I first discovered the Girl Choir in 2005, so I was about 12 years old, turning 13. And I heard about it through the homeschooling kind of underground network. There's a lot of homeschool moms that let other homeschool moms know when there's extracurricular things available. And my mom signed me up for auditions without telling me.
Okay.
And basically dragged me down there. I wasn't very interested in singing at the time. I was more interested in piano. And that was kind of the thing that I had as far as music went. I had never taken voice lessons before, had never really sung in a choir except for church choir, and I didn't think I was ready to be a part of a professional choir. And when I was there at the audition, I don't think I've ever been more nervous in my life, but as soon as I went into that room, meeting Mrs. Peterson for the first time and Mrs. Fasulo, it just calmed me down really amazingly, and I was able to relax and just sing like I'd never really thought I could sing before, and I never really thought of myself as having a good voice, but being there I felt like my voice kind of mattered, like it was useful for something, and that was a big deal for me at the time. And I just remember leaving the audition feeling really good about going and doing it, and from then on I went to the first rehearsal. My mom said if I didn't like it I could quit and I could stop, but I went that first time and I sang in a different language for the first time in my life, and that was just such a different, interesting experience for me that I wanted to stick it out. A lot of it was that environment that they created right from the get-go, and I felt right from the beginning that Mrs. Peterson wanted us to be friends, wanted us to be a group, to be cohesive and kind of build a community, not just studying music and not just singing, but on top of that experience, but to be a part of kind of like a family. I started making friends, and at the time, awkward middle school years, it was nice to have people that really understood me. Growing up, most of my friends were into things that I wasn't as interested in, and so for the first time I got to be, I don't know, part of a group that knew what Phantom of the Opera was, or knew what a Broadway musical, had been to a Broadway musical, or had listened to some of the music that I had grown up listening to from my parents. Were very into different types of music, and I never felt that in my other friend groups, but coming to choir for the first time gave me a group of people that got me and that understood, what I liked and agreed with me. Wow, definitely completely different. I'd never thought about going into music when I was a kid. Piano was something I always did for myself, just played on my own. I didn't like performing at all. I still get nervous with performing, but something really changed with choir inside of me, that I realized music was so important to life and I wanted to share that with other people. And I really found my passion for teaching in working with the Primes and Apprentice choir. That's where I think I discovered, like, wow, I just love being able to show these girls like what I know and what I've learned and to pass it on to them. And I think it's influenced my life in that way and what I want to do for my future, and also what I've been saying about the friends I made there. I know I'll always keep in contact with the friends I've made. Even when we're all off at different colleges, all off working in different places, like I know I can always go to any of the girls that I've met in girl choir and reconnect, and we have such strong bonds and roots together since coming to this organization, just so many people. It's an experience whether you're in the group or not, whether you know someone in the group or not. I love coming. I drive back from my school. I go to school in West Palm Beach, to college, and I drive back for just about every performance to see what's been going on with the girl choir since I've been away, to see the different repertoire that they have. It's so varied, and I love listening to these girls make music. It's just spectacular. You see it in their faces, just how much they love doing it. I'm the girl choir of South Florida. I am a music educator.